Today on the channel, it's the further adventures of our quest to find out what is time with the DC McFarlane Toys Platinum Edition Clock King.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Clock King adventure. This time, Clock King Platinum Edition DC McFarlane Toys. But of course, for all your McFarlane toy needs and everything else under the sun, hit up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. And today, maybe could be the day we find out what is time after all, as the Clock King returns to the channel here. Didn't really know the character before, but consider me intrigued on this one here. Very excited to see what all the fuss is about with the Platinum Edition. Definitely two distinct looking figures. Definitely here for my collection, no doubt about it. And this is, of course, the Platinum Chase Edition. I believe these are 1 out of every 6 figures. I could be wrong on that, but I've heard that in the past. Either way you slice it, it is the Clock King, and he's ready for daylight savings time for sure. But the Clock King looking hot in this platinum here. He's got the green going on and definitely an interesting head. Very cool. I like that they made these very different from each other. That is for sure, because I don't think we're ever getting the Clock King again from McFarlane Toys. I don't think so, at least. Platinum sticker right over here. Of course, card, big bubble window, DC Multiverse, Collector's Edition. 22 points of articulation. What do we got here? What do we got? 12 and up. Mark Summers, of course, yes. That Mark Summers from the one-man show off-Broadway, currently starring Mark Summers. Yes, that is him. He is the heavy from the couch. Looking good in the packaging here. Clock King, number 18 in the line for those keeping track. Nothing too fun over here. And then on the back, there he is, the old Clock King. What is time? That's what it should be in the background there. What is time? What is going on? What is a Clock King? Wasn't he feuding with Batman? Am I mistaken on that? I guess we'll find out here shortly. Packaging. See you later. Goodbye. Of course, got the DC McFarlane stand. Todd, you're a man after my own heart. You love a good stand. See you later. And I love a rookie stand. Oh, you just chuckle with those toes. I've never seen anybody that has toes that laugh. See you later. Goodbye. DC McFarlane stand. Seen it before. We'll see it again. Clock King doing clock things in the package here. Looking good in the plastic prison. Gonna get his little weapons out here. His weapons are pretty cool. They're like daggers, but they're the hands of a clock here. So you get the big hand, the little hand, kind of a grayish, tealish color right here. But very cool as far as weapons go. It's like, out of the clock and into your soul. That's what it is. Looking nice right there. Pop out this card and stand. Todd, when are we getting rid of these stands? I'm just not here for it. They just don't do anything for me. We've said it before, I'll say it again until my last dying breath, which could be sooner rather than later. You never know. You never know when the clock runs out. Of course, no pun intended. See you later. Goodbye, plastic. See you later. Goodbye. Let's see what it says about our friend, the Clock King, once again. Real name, William Tachman. The Clock King was considered to be a third-tier villain by the authorities thanks to his lack of superpowers and his weird fixation with clocks. Born the aptly named William Tachman, the Clock King commenced his criminal career after doctors incorrectly diagnosed that he had been struck down by a fatal disease and had only a short time to live. Determined to make every second of the rest of his life count, he executed a string of clock-themed robberies as the Clock King. Tachman's overall goal was to steal enough money so that his disabled sister would be well cared for after his death. So, a little bit of a tweener. He's like Robin. You say, no, I'm trying to help my sister, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, but stealing's not right. Nobody wants to be stole from, of course, as we know. But the Clock King, I like this one. I think I like the head on this one for sure more. Maybe I like the colors on the other one, but there's something cool about the eyes on the clock on this one, where the other one was just kind of the hands of a clock. This has got the eyes going on, and it's evil eyes. He's got the red eyes looking extra menacing, of course. Got the handle on the big clock. It looks like an old-timey alarm clock is what it looks like. You got all that going on. Just love that it has kind of a face to it here. So that is pretty cool. A normal style head in the back there. As you know, it's just a mask, of course. Big green shirt over the top. Got a little bit of a line down there. He's got the Clock Championship belt. No clock on this one. He must have lost it in one of his things. He does got 2 wristwatches on. So he's got Eastern time over here. He's got Pacific time over here and Central time in the middle. And he forgot all about Mountain time. That's why he's not a successful criminal. You got to know about your Mountain time, of course. But looking interesting, looking good. Got the blue tights on throughout, down to the blue boots. Got the blue forearms and the gloves, all that going on. And then, of course, a soft goods cape. You know me, Todd. I'm a sucker. I feel like I influenced you into the soft good capes. I was preaching about it for so long. You finally said, all right, I'm going to shut this Kyle guy up. And then we made up in San Diego. Hugged, kissed, the whole thing. It was all there. We shared a Chipotle. It was a great time with old Todd McFarlane. But looking good here. I do love a wired cape. A thin wire in here, but that's really all you need for the old Clock King. Definitely menacing. Definitely cool. I definitely like this one better than the last one, I think. I think I can say that now safely. This looks more villain-like is what it does. Where the other one looked like a guy at a pajama party, and I guess I got that one right here. So bright colors and all, it just really looks like a guy dressed up going to a pajama party, where this one, he's got a little bit of evil inside of him. That's at least the way it feels to me. Of course, butterfly shoulders, arms all the way around for us, bicep cut, double-jointed pinned elbows, hands back forth side to side, head back forth side to side, hula hoop plus traditional waist. Those big old Clock King splits, watch out. It's like the hands of a clock when he splits, of course. Leg does go up. Double jointed pin knees, that's what we got to get rid of. We got to get rid of those pins, Todd. We'll talk about that next year at San Diego Comic-Con. If I go. We'll see what happens there. Legs, or I should say feet, up and down. No real side to side. Yeah, I guess they're side to side. And then, of course, the McFarlane toe articulation. You got to have that at this point. Can't imagine what would happen. People would revolt if there was no toe articulation, as we know. Fits on the McFarlane stand, I think. Yes, he does. Fits on the stand. He's ready to go. He's ready to tell time. And I heard when he stopped being a criminal, he sat on the side of the road just waiting for somebody saying, sir, do you have the time? He was like, boy, do I ever. Which one you want? That's what he would say. Somebody fact check that if you want to. But two Clock Kings, two really cool figures, all things considered. I do prefer the platinum by a hair, or maybe by a tick of a clock. Maybe we'll say it with that one here. But this one is still pretty good as well. Just really fun, and like they said on the back of the card, kind of a D-level villain. That's kind of what this represents, but I love it when we get deep-cut characters, because we all love Batman, we love Superman, we love Green Lantern, we love all that kind of stuff, but to get something that feels a little bit different is a pretty good day at the office, if you ask me, of course. So there it is, the old Clock King ×2, this time with the Platinum Edition. What's your thoughts? What's your favorite kind of clock? I don't know about you guys. I got the same alarm clock since I was in 6th grade. It's technically on its last legs, but I can't give up the fight. That thing saw me through so many years of work, school, talking elementary, junior high, high school, college. I've had that clock forever. It would feel like a piece of me if I have to throw that thing away, but it doesn't work as well as it used to, but it still gets the job done. It just takes a little longer to get there. But I don't know about you. What's your favorite clock and how long you had an alarm clock? Do you have an alarm clock that goes back to when you were in elementary school? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video or the channel. Subscribe to the channel while you're at it, and my other YouTube channel. Check out Patreon for early access to all the videos. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. It's all over there in the old Patreon channel. And best of all, you do support the channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for the Clock King, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.